The girl could not be older than 5. Her head is 7 centimeters too far from her mangled but beautifully placed body. She is cut at every joint. Her limbs are similarly positioned precisely 7 centimeters away from her torso. They elongate her, giving her the appearance of a certain maturity in death that she never got to experience in life. Eli felt that whoever did this must have a taste for the sublime, a psychopath with a penchant for Radin Saleh's aesthetics. Eli decided to call this work Posthumous Portrait of Su Ying. In the decade that he has toiled at the Criminal Investigation Department, Eli has primarily processed homicide cases of jealous spouses and gang fights. Now the force introduced the BrainBot pilot program to automate police work, and Eli was his team's guinea pig. BrainBot comprises nanobots that leech themselves onto an officer's cerebrum to simulate that person's thought patterns. Then they transmit radio frequencies to a shapeshifter. The shapeshifter can take on forms of living things, animal or human, and perform low-level physical tasks based on the officer that it's modeled after. This means a mechanical twin for Eli that acts and behaves just like him, but not completely under his control. So many toys, so little time. But she must wait until it was dark. That's when she can truly be herself. She was hungry for flesh. There are 7 of them at this crime scene, and they are all housed at an unoccupied automobile workshop in Kallang. They are all dressed in white, quartered at the joints at intervals of 7 centimeters. Carved into the wall is the Malay word for 7 in Jawi, Tujuh. 7 bodies, 7 centimeters, 7 in Jawi. The artist has reached out. Eli decides he's ready to have this conversation, and Eli decides to call this work Epic Poem of Kallang to commemorate Chwamiati. She's getting better at it. She has dropped hints. She wonders if he's noticed. I don't know her beginnings. She belonged to Ayah, who got her from Atok. Tujuh had been in the family for years. She first appeared to me in the form of a regal Sumatran tiger, tame to the touch. And I remember her hunger, her insatiable hunger from our first meeting. I was reading when it happened, at first a growling, then a flickering shadow. I looked up from my text and noticed Tujuh hulking by the door. I fed her yesterday's rendang to keep her at bay, but I could tell that she wanted more. I too desired more. Meat for Tujuh, beauty for me. We were becoming. On one of those nights, I had in my hands the Sulalat al-Salatin, and I was reading it aloud to practice my Jawi. Tujuh was lazing beside me. Akan peminangnya 7 dulang hati nyamuk, hati kuman 7 dulang. Breathing and growling, she scratched a symbol on the floor of my study. It was the Jawi word for Tujuh, the same Jawi word that was etched onto the wall at the epic poem of Kallang. That was how I came to know her name. That was also how I had cracked the case. A piece of deeply buried memory that for no rhyme or reason just popped into my mind a few days after the crime scene.